This is CBC Winnipeg News.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us. A 26-year-old man is dead after being shot by police during an alleged domestic violence incident. It happened in the early morning hours with children inside the home where the shooting took place. And for the first time, video evidence from a Winnipeg police-worn body camera will help paint the full scope of what happened. CBC's Mike Arsenault has the details.
Police vehicles and the forensic unit spent hours on Friday at a Manitoba housing complex on Morrow Avenue. Police tape surrounds one of the units. Helen McLeod has lived in the complex for 10 years. She says late last night her dog started barking, so she looked outside to see what was going on.
We have to open the door, and then we seen all the cops around. They made an arrest, and then that was it. We went back to bed, and this morning we woke up to all the cops, the forensics around, and just heard that somebody got killed.
Winnipeg police say they responded to a domestic violence call around 1:30 a.m. Officers say when they arrived, there was a 26-year-old man in the house who was armed with a weapon. A woman and multiple children were in the home as well. Police say the man was acting violent, and after an encounter, the man was shot by police.
Officers immediately provided emergency medical care, including the application of chest seals, until paramedics arrived. The male was transported to hospital in critical condition where he succumbed to his injuries.
Police say the man was known to them. The investigation is being turned over to the Independent Investigation Unit. Winnipeg Police Chief Gene Bowers says there's video evidence of the shooting.
One of the responding officers was equipped with a body-worn camera. That evidence has been seized by our homicide unit and will be turned over to the IIU of Manitoba for further investigation.
IIU released a statement saying the man and woman were in a relationship, and the man was armed with an edged weapon during the incident. They say the woman reported a history of violence with the man. Those incidents had been reported to police, and she had a protection order against him. Winnipeg police say victim services will support the family, but one criminology expert says that's not enough.
The need for the provincial government to dedicate more resources to the community and more specifically to victims of police violence.
The shooting is unsettling for people living nearby.
It's close, too close to home, and for stuff like that to happen, it just makes me want to move again.
IIU is asking anyone who may have witnessed the incident to contact them. Mike Arsenault, CBC News, Winnipeg.
An NHL great is saying goodbye. Winnipeg's Jonathan Toews is hanging up his skates and retiring after 16 seasons in the league. He played his final season for his hometown team. As CBC's Gavin Axelrod reports, Toews says ending his career as a Jet is something he'll never forget.
In the place where he grew up, Jonathan Toews saying goodbye to his NHL career as a member of the hometown team after 16 seasons in the league.
I'm so proud to be from Winnipeg, and thank you guys for making this year so special. I hope I've represented you guys well over the years.
Here's a chance and a shot by Toews, and he scores his first NHL goal.
Toews was drafted by the Chicago Blackhawks in 2006. Leading up to his second season, he was named captain at just 20 years old. He guided the original Six franchise to a Stanley Cup in 2010, their first in 49 years. Then again in 2013 and 2015, cementing a modern-day dynasty. His hockey resume also includes Olympic, World Championship, and World Junior gold medals for Canada.
It just reminds me all the time that hockey is not just a game. It means a lot to people.
This past year, Toews came home, playing in all 82 games for the Jets, coming back from 2 years on the sidelines, dealing with the effects of long COVID.
I think I maybe underestimated how much time it would take me to really start feeling the game and feel confident in a lot of different situations.
Still, being a Jet was special.
Pulling on that Jet sweater and playing in front of my hometown community, my family, my friends, all the people that have supported me over the years, so meant a lot to them and it means a lot to me.
And his parents, there for all the ups and downs, watching with pride.
As a mom, I'm so excited to see him, to know that he'll enjoy life now and he doesn't have to, everything he does all the time, it's always about hockey. I'm excited to see what else he's gonna be excited about. I know he likes surfing, he loves golfing, so hopefully he'll get to do some fun things like that and travel.
Taves says he's looking forward to taking life slow, but doesn't see himself out of hockey forever. In 3 years, he'll also become eligible for the Hockey Hall of Fame. Gavin Axelrod, CBC News, Winnipeg.
CBC News has learned of 27 reported serious adverse reactions in plasma donors this decade. People left in life-threatening condition, hospitalized, or in need of medical intervention, and 3 people who've died. Health Canada data shows almost all were at for-profit centres currently run by Grifols. A senior researcher at the Canadian Centre for Policy Alternatives says the data is deeply concerning. He's calling for an independent review of Canada's plasma system to identify why paid centres are seeing that many incidents and what experts say is an incredibly safe procedure.
Have a separate set of expert eyes over the evidence in front of us, where you don't have a potential conflict of interest, where Health Canada and the federal government are seeking to maintain a commercial agreement that has gone south.
This comes after 3 previously reported deaths in Manitoba, 2 at Grifols locations since October 2025. A 3rd person died in June 2018 after donating at ProMedic Plasma Resources, which has since been acquired by Grifols. Manitoba has created a new Associate Chief Judge for Reconciliation. The provincial court role is believed to be the first of its kind in Canada. CBC's Caitlin Gowerluck has more.
Last year, Jerilee Ryle became a Manitoba provincial court judge. Now, the Anishinaabe judge is helping the court chart a new path forward. On Friday, the province announced she'll become Manitoba's first Associate Chief Judge for Reconciliation, which she says is also a first in Canada.
It's quite personal, it's quite close to my heart. It is something that I got into law to help Indigenous peoples.
Manitoba's provincial court hears the vast majority of our criminal cases. With this new role, it's hoping to connect with Indigenous communities, then come back and help the court make changes to be in line with Indigenous cultures and legal traditions. Indigenous people continue to be overrepresented in Manitoba's jails and courtrooms.
Our government is keen on taking concrete steps to stop these systemic patterns, but we know that we can't do it alone.
There are dozens of communities like this that judges drop into every month. The court's chief judge hopes to build better relationships with them so they can start to trust the system.
When I've been in those courts myself and left, I've often wondered how the people feel about what we do. I think it's pretty clear how they feel about what we do. I think that it's hard for them to identify with what we do.
Judge Ryle says she hopes to see other places follow Manitoba's lead. Her 7-year term starts next month. Caitlin Gowerluck, CBC News, Winnipeg.
The province says it's expanded capacity for hip and knee replacement surgery. The NDP says there are now resources for 200 more orthopedic surgeries. It's all part of the province's plans to address surgical wait times. The announcement was made in Selkirk, where the health minister says the newly enhanced health centre did almost 800 surgeries.
Our province last year was able to do over 7,000, the exact number I believe is 7,056 hip and knee replacement surgeries. That is the largest number we have ever been able to do. And I'm looking right at you folks on the team. You know how hard you work to get that done. That is a record for Manitoba.
The minister says most are performed as outpatient procedures. They say the goal is to continue expanding health centres across Manitoba so people can get orthopedic work closer to home. All right, time to bring Riley in now. Riley, we saw a few showers this afternoon. Big weekend, Father's Day, Manitoba Marathon. Yep. What's it going to be like?
Oh, well, we are looking at things, Brittany, becoming a lot more stable and a lot more dry for most of us. as we head into the weekend. Through the afternoon hours today, a special weather statement issued for anywhere really along and south of the Trans-Canada Highway. This was because of the weak potential for funnel cloud development, not to be confused with tornadoes which touch the ground, but funnel clouds because of some rotation in some of the instability that we've seen through the afternoon hours today. And you can see that on satellite radar, a lot of this pushing southeastward as we got through the afternoon hours, starting to back off a bit and taper off into parts of the west. But yeah, we did see some of that pushing through the city of Winnipeg even through the afternoon with a few cracks of thunder, couple periods of showers as we headed through the afternoon hours today. 20 degrees in the city this afternoon. Temperatures high teens to 20 degrees through much of the south. 13 in Thompson through the afternoon today. So through the weekend, looking at clearing in southern Manitoba. Northern Manitoba still looking at some isolated showers at least through the day on Saturday. And Brittany, Father's Day really across the province looking fairly decent. I'll break it down when I come back.
Thank you, Riley.
You're welcome.
Still ahead, the battle over a proposed development in St. Boniface continues. The fight between housing and history. Next. Winnipeg City Councillors gave the green light with some conditions to a contentious housing proposal in St. Boniface. The plan drew opponents and supporters to City Hall Friday. CBC's Cameron McLean reports.
A Winnipeg developer wants to build a 6-story, 120-unit apartment building here at 470 Desmiron Street. The plan drew significant community opposition. A petition to stop the development received more than 600 signatures. Concerns included the size of the building, lack of parking, and absence of green space. City staff recommended approval of the project, but required larger setbacks, more parking, and lower density to reduce the number of units. Changes developer Jonathan Freed of Freed Home Developments said would make the project unviable.
We are requesting some fairly minor variances. Variances that have been approved for countless other infill developments, including 2 of our developments just down the street.
Along with the size of the building, opponents said the property sits on the site of a former school where Indigenous children died.
And I wonder what message it sends if our city slowly allows new, shiny developments to pave over this land without some kind of commemoration, and if it feels like paving over and covering up our history.
Chief Gordon Bluesky of Broken Head Ojibwe Nation spoke in support of the project. He said there is no evidence of anyone buried on the site and accused opponents of weaponizing history. He also said the project would benefit First Nations.
Freed Home Developments has committed to working with Treaty 1 to provide Treaty 1 citizens with priority access to housing opportunities within the proposed development once the units are ready for occupancy.
This is not the final step for this project. It could still go through further changes at the Property and Development Committee before going for a final vote by full council. Cameron McLean, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Now of note, the committee did not give the developer everything it was asking for, which means this project may not move forward. However, there is also an appeal process. Voters in Winnipeg's River Heights Fort Garry ward will elect a new councillor in October. John Orlico is not seeking re-election after 17 years representing the area. CBC's Bartley Kivas reports.
Yeah, that's nice.
John Orlico is sending letters, thousands of letters, to constituents thanking them for their support over the past 17 years. Orlico was first elected as a councillor for River Heights Fort Garry in a 2009 by-election. The 57-year-old says it's time to relax at the cabin and volunteer to save some trees.
Everybody's getting a little bit older, and you see your friends kind of dropping off sometimes and getting sick, and people close to you. So it just puts a little bit more in perspective that if I do have that time to do something else, now is the time before it's too late.
Orlico says he's proud of helping to build the Waverley Underpass, the Bill and Helen Norrie Library, and the Brenda Leipzig Dog Park. But he wants to put 17 years of fighting over the Parker Lands development behind him.
The Parker Lands was just a brutal fight all the way through, and I'm going to leave now with not a shovel in the ground, and that's okay. We'll let some other councillor deal with the going forward part.
Parker Lands owner Andrew Marquis maintains it was the city that slowed the development. He says work is underway to prepare for nearly 2,000 homes. At City Hall, Orlico was embraced by his colleagues, even as his resignation was expected.
In a day and age when it's easy for the public to be really critical and negative on those who are elected officials, Councillor Orlico taught me and others that we should be proud of the work we do, to do it with integrity and to work hard.
So far, there are 2 potential replacements for John Orlico in River Heights Fort Garry. Former city planner Sarah MacArthur says she intends to run. As well, Orlico's longtime assistant Georgina Sebeski is expected to run. Candidates for City Council can register on June 30th for the election, slated to take place October 28th. Bartley Kivas, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Thompson is back to celebrating its biggest event of the summer after missing last season due to wildfires. Nickel Days kicked off Thursday afternoon, celebrating the city's decades-long mining heritage. Seating and a stage was still being set up Friday afternoon. That will be used for a social, concerts, and a jigging contest. Outside is a fairground that will be busy tonight and into the weekend. The board's president says bringing the festival back this year is a big step back to normal.
The upside of it is people realize that they missed it a lot last year, and so they'll appreciate it more, hopefully. But it is definitely good to kind of get back to having a festival again and get back, hopefully, to somewhat normal and, move forward and just celebrate.
And the festival goes all the way through the weekend. The Ontario Trail is open once again. Wildfires last summer burned about half of the 64-kilometre hiking trail in Whiteshell Provincial Park. 23 volunteers with the Trail Association conducted recovery work. They cleared the trail campsites and portages of fallen trees and debris. They also built 12 new log bridges, replaced trail markers, and cleared helipads near campsites, to assist with emergencies. You can register your trip on Manitoba Park's new online backcountry form. It's free to do and will help staff in case of an emergency or trail closure. All right, Riley, and now lots of people are going to be outside this weekend.
Yes.
There's lots happening. Also, a number of street closures around many parts of the city because of the Manitoba Marathon on Sunday, so keep that in mind.
Yeah, I'm going to start with all of the Sunday events happening because there is a ton of things happening, not just in Winnipeg, but across the province. Let's start with the Manitoba Marathon because that gets underway bright and early Sunday morning. And you know what? I don't know if we could ask for any better weather for a marathon than this. Sunshine, winds relatively light, north around 10 kilometers an hour, temperature around 10 degrees when that gets underway around 7 o'clock in the morning on Sunday. A little later in the day, events for National Indigenous Peoples Day taking place, not just in Winnipeg, but across the province. In southern Manitoba, looking at a few clouds through the afternoon, temperatures around 20 degrees. Bit of a breeze at times, but not looking at anything super windy as we get through the day on Sunday. And of course, Father's Day happening as well. Maybe you're doing a barbecue, maybe a little later in the day into the late afternoon, early evening. Well, looking at a temperature around 21 degrees for that with a mix of sun and clouds. And Brittany was also talking about nickel days in Thompson. I'll go into a little bit more detail on that a little bit later in the show, so stick around for that as well. Looking at satellite and radar, yes, we've been under a lot of this instability throughout the day. As expected, a little bit more rain than yesterday across southern Manitoba. All the result of this stubborn low that's sitting still over northeastern Manitoba. Counterclockwise flow with that northwesterly wind pushing some of this instability down into southern and central parts of the province. But as we get into the evening, this will start to let up a bit. Once we get high pressure setting in, that is building in as we get into Saturday, that will really help to clear things out. I still think we'll likely see a few clouds first thing in the morning. Then we'll get into some substantial clearing, I think, across much of the province as we get through the later part of Saturday into Sunday, and the rain starting to let up a bit as well into the northeastern corner of the province. So, I mean, Father's Day in the northeast looking pretty cloudy at this point, but really across the rest of the province looking at mostly sunny skies. I am watching another system that is developing to the west that will impact western parts of the province with a bit more precipitation as we head into the early part of Monday. And I'm looking at the impact into the Red River Valley being more like a Tuesday, Wednesday thing. So that's our next system on the horizon. Let's just get through the weekend first. Not a lot of precipitation yet to come, aside from the northeastern part of the province where maybe another 2 to 5 millimeters can be expected as we get through the weekend. Temperatures, though, do remain on the cool side as we get through the weekend. So usually we should be around 24 degrees for this time of the year, 21 through the afternoon tomorrow in Winnipeg. Temperatures in the west around 19s and rebounding a bit into Thompson at 16 through the afternoon. Tomorrow, there's your Sunday, 22 degrees, up to 20 for Monday, Brittany, and there's that next system I've been watching as we get through the middle of next week.
All right, thank you, Riley.
You're welcome.
A weekend to get outside, just like this little guy. We have much more ahead right after the break. Stay with us. An Indigenous-led family resource organization is deeply involved in solving homelessness. But they say people can't be rushed. As CBC's Josh Crabb reports, they wait until people are ready to house them.
She didn't want her face on camera, but Rachel Okimau wanted to share her story of finding a place to live. Around 8 years ago, the now 42-year-old started getting help from a Winnipeg-based housing program when she was homeless.
It's kind of embarrassing, but I would couch surf. I would stay in staircases sometimes. Sometimes there would just be a big group of us where we would actually just sit outside all night.
She was drinking and in an unhealthy relationship. The Mama Wichita Center's Weechiwin program gets people into a home and then helps them get the support they need.
Getting housed, I had kind of like a purpose, having my own little belongings in one spot.
This was all before the Manitoba government launched its Your Way Home strategy to end chronic homelessness. While it's not part of the provincial housing initiative, the work being done at the Mama Way Centre is similar in the way it offers personalized support. Drop-in support care planner Will Smith says staff check in with people regularly once they're housed.
We do daily checks, which is once every day for 30 days. And then we break it down to twice a week. And after that, once a week. But this goes up to like 6 months like that.
Mama Way is seeing an increase in people who are living unhoused, with 30 to 50 per week asking for help. Program support manager Marion McKenzie says they work with social housing providers and private landlords.
We do not put people into housing just for the sake of it. We find the right type of housing that's going to allow them to be successful.
McKenzie says if people aren't ready, they could get evicted and end up back on the street. Mama Way's 22 transitional housing units called Astem Apinikanak can be a starting point, with staff on site offering support around the clock.
And we've had many people flourish out of that program too and move into transition into really safe, stable housing on their own. They still have lots of beats.
Okimau is now a beater and works casually to make sure First Nations youth get support through Jordan's principle.
I felt safe to come home, and that's where I just decided to stop drinking and just stay home. I actually had a place.
She now lives with her husband and daughter and wants others to know there's help out there for people who need it. Josh Crabb, CBC News, Winnipeg.
2 unions representing healthcare workers in Newfoundland and Labrador are demanding an investigation after staff got an email promising them an extra day off. But as Abby Cole explains, that turned out to be a cyber scam test.
When Newfoundland and Labrador brought in a new digital health information system in April, it meant more work for healthcare workers. That's why this email, promising a day off in recognition of their hard work, was a welcome surprise until they clicked the button to register and found out it was actually a phishing test by the employer.
It is not in good taste. It is very insensitive and very disrespectful to our members.
Unions representing healthcare workers are demanding action.
Whoever is responsible for sending this has to be dealt with, and then a full investigation to make sure this never happens again.
Phishing tests are simulated cyber attacks used by organizations to teach employees to be careful when opening emails.
So doing a fake phishing test is a little bit like having a fire drill. It's testing how will people react when something happens. That is kind of a negative thing that we want people to be able to respond to.
But Jonathan Anderson says crafting these tests is a balancing act.
The closer you get to the real incident, the more of a genuine reaction you get from people. But on the other hand, not like traumatizing your people. When we have a fire drill, we don't fill the hallway with smoke.
After the backlash, the CEO of Newfoundland and Labrador Health apologized.
I asked the leadership in digital health to immediately kill that email. And as well, I have people looking into now how the approvals mechanisms for that particular campaign, how they happen. So we're reviewing that now, and obviously we want to learn from that so this doesn't happen again.
NL Health is taking full responsibility and says an update on their investigation into how this happened will be available within a couple weeks. Abby Cole, CBC News, St. John's.
A high-profile Canadian businessman has been found guilty in a sex assault trial in Toronto. Frank Stronach is the 93-year-old owner of auto parts giant Magna International.
Mr. Stronach has been found guilty on the least serious offenses for 2 complainants who were not exposed in any way. He wasn't exposed, they weren't exposed, and what I mean by exposed is no one had their clothes off.
It's a relief this is the outcome. I was afraid it was going to fare far worse for the Crown. And what it does do is it sets the stage for the Governor General to revoke Frank Stronach's Order of Canada.
Superior Court judge found Stronach guilty of 1 count of indecent assault and 1 count of sexual assault. He initially faced charges involving 7 complainants with allegations spanning more than 5 decades. These latest convictions relate to separate incidents with 2 different women. Stronach's sentencing is set for this fall. He also faces another trial on similar charges next year. Canada is on soccer high after trouncing Qatar 6-0. It now sits at the top of its division in the World Cup tournament. But one of the team's star players was injured during Thursday's match. Alexander Silberman brings us the latest on his condition and what comes next for Canada.
In this Montreal sports store, the hype for Canadian soccer is at an all-time high.
I'm expecting to sell it.
Team Canada jerseys are flying off the shelves after the country's historic first ever World Cup win.
This is the first time that we're actually seeing this type of interest in our national team.
Brings the nation together. We'll love it.
Canadian men's soccer is at its peak after a remarkable 6-0 win against Qatar.
That is huge. History right there. This is our sport now and nobody's keeping up. Let's go.
But the excitement and wild celebrations are dampened. Star midfielder Ismael Kone fractured his leg. He's out for the rest of the tournament, undergoing surgery late Thursday night.
And he was in good spirits.
Canada's head coach says Kone is now recovering after the procedure went well. He says the match was an emotional overflow, with Nathan Saliba replacing Kone, scoring on a free kick and holding his fallen teammate's jersey up for the crowd.
I was really proud of the team to feel the emotion, but also stay focused on the task at hand.
The task, advancing to the round of 32, with potential for Canada to win their group with a win or draw against Switzerland.
We need to be present for him, he'll be present for us, and we have an extra motivation to top the group.
Canada is now set to play their final group stage match on Wednesday in Vancouver, a battle for the top spot in the group, in a World Cup where Canada has already made history. Alexander Silberman, CBC News, Montreal.
Canadian retail investors are about to get their first taste of prediction markets. Regulators opened the door to the booming trend earlier this year. But as the CBC's Nora Young explains, critics say this is just high-risk gambling dressed in a fancy financial suit.
Prediction market trading is coming to Canada, with Wealthsimple set to launch a new app for retail investors this summer.
This is not your typical investment asset. These are very simple contracts, and they're all or nothing. Either you win big or you lose your entire stake. So this is the Kalshi.
Those contracts are effectively bets, letting people put money on whether a real-world event is going to happen or not. Canadian regulators banned prediction markets in 2017 over concerns about investor harms. But they've exploded in the U.S. The biggest platforms, Kalshi and Polymarket, together had a monthly global trading volume of about $24 billion U.S. in April alone. In the U.S., you can put money on pretty much anything. Sports, the Iran conflict.
Will Trump say Sleepy Joe this week?
Even mentions whether someone will say a particular word.
They would love to see a guy like Sleepy Joe. Yeah.
In Canada, the scope will be more limited, with regulators only approving contracts on climate, financial markets, or economic indicators. That's what Wealthsimple will offer through Kalshi.
Prediction markets are an asset class that has boomed. It doesn't come as a major shock that Wealthsimple wants a piece of that action.
Kalshi and Polymarket have come under fire in the U.S. for things like insider trading. A U.S. soldier was arrested for allegedly winning hundreds of thousands of dollars by putting money on the capture of Venezuela's leader before it was public knowledge. It's also been criticized for being another form of gambling.
Where I could see this potentially happening is for someone that is already experiencing some harms and maybe have a gambling addiction.
Wealthsimple told us the app will have the same investor protection standards as their other products. Still, multiple studies show that most users lose money on prediction markets. Only a tiny fraction of users take up the lion's share of the profits. Nora Young, CBC News, Toronto.
The Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of Congo remains dire and deadly. The World Health Organization says the virus has infected 75 medics there, and 17 of them have died.
At the starting of the outbreak, healthcare workers were the first to be infected. And when they're explaining to you how they live it, how they were infected, it's really, you can break your heart.
There have been more than 900 confirmed cases, including at least 230 deaths since the current outbreak was declared on May 15th. Congo officials say they are running short of basic protective gear. The country already has one of the lowest numbers of healthcare workers relative to its population. Officials warn that this Ebola outbreak could be one of the largest ever. The rare Bundibugyo strain has no approved vaccine or treatments. Northern Manitoba's longest-running drag show returns. We'll take you to Flin Flon ahead. Pride Month isn't just something people celebrate in cities. Drag and performance took center stage in Flin Flon last weekend. And as CBC's Eric Westhaver shows you, it's found a place in the town's culture.
Use of flash photography is strictly mandatory.
It's Northern Manitoba's longest running drag show, back once more for Pride Month. Drag is relatively new here, but shows have garnered big support. The MC is Bijou, French-Canadian with a penchant for salty jokes and silly string. She's become Flin Flon's local drag ambassador.
It is representation. It is to show that queers are everywhere. Queers are here. And to show that queers are not dangerous. You know, it is all about fun, it's all about love, and it is good to show people what that is all about.
The performer behind Bijou is Alain Lachapelle, a longtime actor and director in local theater. He said Bijou isn't just a character, it's a different side of himself.
When you're doing performing like for a play or a musical, you don't really get to choose your character. I got to create that character. The character is a part of me as well, right? It's not somebody completely unknown because it's Bijou's inside me at all times.
Bijou was once Flin Flon's only local drag queen, but others have hit the stage. Virgo Moan has donned the dress for 6 years now. Originally from Flin Flon and also an actor, Virgo has moved away, but returns for shows each year.
Drag, as we know, is a form of theater, and it's something I've always had a passion for. I grew up on the stage in Flin Flon, so I'm going to continue being on the stage in Flin Flon.
Last year's planned show was canceled due to fire evacuations. This year is different. And with anti-2S LGBTQ+ rhetoric increasing, Bijou says the world needs pride more than ever.
Love the people who are queer in your life, celebrate them, support them, uplift them. It is a dark place in the world right now sometimes, so it is very important to show that you support us and that you love us because we love you.
The drag show sold out this year, as it has for the past 3. A second show could be coming this fall. Eric Westhaver, CBC News, Flin Flon.
Lots of celebrations happening across the province. Pride Month, Father's Day, Manitoba Marathon, National Indigenous Peoples Day. It is a busy, busy month, busy weekend. And the weather looks like it's going to be cooperating as well.
Fairly comfortable across the province. Low shower chances into parts of northern Manitoba. Really, that's about it for any real weather. Let's do Feline Friday tonight as we head into the weekend here. And I've got 2 pals to show you, Dave and Minnie. And I'm actually more impressed with the catio that's set up on the wall. Thank you, Jenny, for sending this picture. And yeah, you got to have some strength to something like this so it doesn't fall off. So great job. Talk back at cbc.ca is where you can send your pictures as we get through the day tomorrow. Not as windy as it was today and a whole lot brighter than it was today across much of southern and central Manitoba. Looking at temperatures topping out around 21, 22 degrees across the south as we get through the day tomorrow and staying sunny as we get into the evening as well. Speaking of that sunrise and sunset Sunday, of course, with the start of summer being our longest day of the year. So the sun rising at 5:19 in the morning, setting at 9:40 p.m. That gives us a day length of just over 16 hours and 20 minutes on Sunday. And here's a look at how that decreases as we get through the next month. By the time we're into July, down to about 15 and a half hours of daylight in our shortest day of the year, coming on December 21st, where we're down to just over 8 hours of daylight. So let's soak up all that sunshine while we can this weekend, because those days do start to get shorter ever so slightly once we get through Sunday here. So overnight temperatures on the cool side, 6s and 7s through western Manitoba, 8s through the Red River Valley and much of the Interlake. There's the chance of a scattered or an isolated thunder shower as we get through the evening. That chance decreases west to east as we get through the overnight hours. The potential again for some fog along the Hudson Bay coast. Otherwise, 7s and 8s through the overnight hours. More like periods of rain in Gillam, tapering off to some scattered showers in Thompson overnight. Expect scattered showers or some isolated showers through at least the early part of the day in Thompson tomorrow at 17 degrees. Sunnier skies to the west, 21 through the OCN, sunny breaks in Flin Flon through the afternoon, and into southern Manitoba looking at 20 to 21 degrees for most of us through the afternoon. Winds on the light side compared to the last couple of days, could get into a couple of stray scattered showers through parts of the Interlake, but that's really all I have for any real weather as we get through the day. On Saturday, mostly sunny skies for most of us through Sunday as well, 21s and 22s across the south, and looking at temperatures as well, Brittany, in the low 20s for much of northern Manitoba as well. I'll have your 7-day forecast just ahead.
Thank you, Riley.
You're welcome.
A new hockey league in Winnipeg is looking to create a safe space for the queer community. It's called the Prairie Pride Hockey League and takes inspiration from the rise of the PWHL and other queer sports leagues around the country. The founders want to create a space that is accessible, inclusive, and safe. They spoke earlier on Information Radio.
Kind of went to the PWHL Winnipeg takeover game, and just with the rise of it and heated rivalry and all of this buzz around hockey and the queer community specifically, we were just like Bree was wondering if there was any like dedicated queer league in the city, and we just did some digging and we hadn't found one. And it's crazy because basically like a lot of the capital cities across Canada have a dedicated queer league. Winnipeg does not, which is crazy because Winnipeg is a huge hockey city. And so we were just kind of jamming late night and we're like, well, how hard could it be? And here we are.
Do you have an answer for that yet? How hard can it be?
Not as hard as we thought, but there are things that we've never considered. So we've finished the front-facing stuff now. So we have a website and we have our social media. So now it's like the internal stuff, like getting together a board of directors and kind of like getting our business structure underway. So like the not as like fun and pretty stuff, but it's still a great time, and like we're learning a lot, and we've spoken to some of the leagues and other organizations around Canada and around the city. So we've gotten a lot of inspiration from them.
Bree, you were asking, is there any queer leagues for hockey in the city? Is this a sport that you play?
No, not actually. I've only recently become a hockey fan in the past few years, so this is a very interesting kind of turn of events where I went from not being a fan to being a fan. I saw the Manitoba Moose first, the Winnipeg Ice. I went to the Jets Pride game, and I became dedicated.
Incredible.
Yeah, and to then see the PWHL takeover game here in the community that was around it, and so many non-traditional hockey fans there and just enjoying themselves and having fun. And Canada Life Centre was like popping off. I was like, we need a queer hockey league here.
Key, what about you? What was your previous experience with hockey?
So I became a hockey fan in 2018, but my dad is a huge hockey fan, and so is my mom. But I'm a theater kid. I like work in theater. I'm in the arts. Like I never really was a sports person. But my fiance Robbie is a huge hockey fan, huge sports person, and so he kind of tried to get me into it, but I was not as receptive. And basically, 2018, I was like downtown. I just happened to be walking past a whiteout party on the exact game that like the Jets won. Game 1 of like the Western Conference final, and so when they won, everyone was like cheering, screaming, and like I just got so swept up in the joy of that like I was like, is this community? Like this is amazing. And yeah, I just have been kind of chasing that high ever since, and I kind of found it and I found it tenfold at the PWHL game. It was fantastic.
It took both of you like a little while to get into hockey, maybe not like born and raised fans.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think the barrier is, or what sort of struggles do queer hockey fans face when trying to get into the league or different leagues, or just exist within that fandom, I'll call it?
Yeah, it's the culture, really. Like, again, like I mentioned previously, Winnipeg is a huge hockey city, but at the same time, with that comes, like, the prevalent hockey culture that exists. And so, like, again, as a arts person, as a theater person, like, I just kind of always assumed that community wasn't for me, and it just never really felt like something that I could break into. And there are just a lot of barriers, like, wanting to start hockey is hard because skates are tough to get. Like if you get rental skates, they're kind of hard, and if you want like real like proper skates adhered to your feet, those are expensive.
It's a very expensive sport.
Hockey gear is expensive. Like it's not a very accessible sport to get into casually. And yeah, just kind of like a lot of like gatekeeping happens sometimes. And so it's nice that we've been able to find this community and like realize how rich and wonderful it is later on. And so that's kind of why we're hoping to let people know that this is an option that is available to them. Because again, prior to 2018, I did not think that this was an option available to me. And I was just totally, I did not know the wonderful community that actually like hockey has.
Bree, what about you when Key was talking about gatekeeping? I saw some nods.
Yeah, I second everything that Key said. That's absolutely kind of how I feel as well. I mean, I was like an athlete growing up, but like coming out as trans in high school, it was very hard to feel connected with that community still. And so it's a space that I eventually ended up leaving, which was really hard. And getting back into like sports, particularly hockey, which is kind of known for its heteronormative culture, it's a bit jarring at times. But I think if you find the right people and the fans to be around, it's a really good space.
Totally.
Like, it's not the NHL that's making hockey for everyone. It's the people that want hockey to be for everyone that is making it for everyone. I think that's the goal here.
Still ahead, take a gander at this. We'll show you why the porch goose trend is taking off in Atlantic Canada. Plus, Riley's back with a last check on our forecast.
All right, I promised to look at the forecast for nickel days happening in Thompson this weekend as we head toward the weekend here, looking at isolated showers through much of northern Manitoba, more so the further east you are as we get through the day on Saturday, 17 degrees. Then we'll get into some nice clearing as we get into Sunday with a high of 22. So decent Sunday, at least for parts of northern Manitoba. South and central parts of the province looking at a sunnier weekend ahead. 21 for Saturday, 22 the first day of summer coming our way on Sunday with Father's Day as well. We'll get some cloud building in as we get through the day on Monday, and then I'm watching another system that could bring us some showers. Right now it looks like Tuesday, Wednesday, but there's still a little bit of uncertainty in the timing and some warmer temperatures by the end of next week. Well, if you haven't heard of a porch goose, here's your chance to take a gander at it.
Many residents in Atlantic Canada are flocking to garden centres to buy them. But as Madison Taylor reports, perching the goose on the porch is just the first step.
Ganders like Gustav here are flying off the shelves right now and looking pretty stylish while doing it. If you've wandered the streets of downtown St. John's, you might recognize this guy.
The goose is a bit of a celebrity. Sometimes I'll come out of my house and there'll be a big crowd taking photos of it.
Adrienne Ding started dressing up her porch goose years ago, recreating fond childhood memories. As the porch goose trend soars, local retailers can hardly keep them on the shelves.
So we got a ton of them yesterday and they're sold out already.
Crystal Glenn is a new fan. Her pal, Lucy Goosey, just had an outfit change for the summer.
She spends a lot of time in her rain gear outfit, but yesterday I was like, yeah, it's nice and sunny. I said, I'm going to put her in her polka dot one.
The life of a star requires maintenance.
If I don't change the outfits enough, they get a little bit squirrely, and they just love seeing it. And I try and do it on theme. Like when Shania Twain was here, I had a Shania Twain outfit for it.
Let's go, Goose. When it comes to why they do it, because it's fun. Madison Taylor, CBC News, St. John's.
All right,
Okay,
I know
that
the
was the best.
Shania outfit just won your heart.
You know, we've had 2 lifts now on Portuguese from Eastern Canada. How long till we get one from here?
Yes, who has them in Winnipeg, Manitoba? If you have one, send us pictures. We want to see
And
it.
if it's dressed up in its best bomber gear,
Right?
Jets, Brandon Weekings.
Love it. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Father's Day to everyone celebrating. We'll see you
See ya.
Monday.